Hey guys, so welcome back. So I'm here with Cameron.
What's up, guys?
He just bought this 987 Cayman S, which is absolutely awesome. So it's about the same color silver as what mine was, which as you can see now, it's obviously way different. But we're just gonna do like a walk around, show like all the differences, and just kind of show off the car, because the 987 definitely has a lot more stuff than what I can do with mine, but it's a little bit older, so we can definitely see the positives and negatives. All right, so look at the differences of the two. You can see that the front bumpers are obviously a little bit different. They're actually kind of similar with the kind of like open vents. Do you have radiators behind yours?
Yes, I have 3.
Yeah, so he has 3 radiators, so sides in the middle. I only have 2, so the middle part is actually just ducts for the air to go towards each side.
What's going on, guys? I'm here with the camera now. Sorry to steal your phone. But I'm here with my 987.1 Cayman S. Let's get the focus right, the exposure. So immediately, there are some really great similarities. However, this one, the 981 being a lot older or a lot newer, it's more modern, more updated. The headlights are so much better. The taillights will walk around the sides here. So you've seen on his channel a lot of videos about his car, but here this is like a showcase. So we're doing a comparison. So immediately the lines are somewhat similar, but still gorgeous. Yeah. Stand back here a little bit. Just by having this shot right here, this is awesome. Both wings up. Got my dealer plates on there. Immediately you can see the difference between the tire size just right here. We can go over here, I guess. You have what, 20s?
Yep, 20s.
20 Carrera rims on there.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. And then I have 19 Cayman S. I think honestly these are only on the Cayman S's they came with. I'm not entirely sure about that one. But from there to this, I love the rear design of your 981. I love it, man. Because the tail light comes and swoops exactly how with the wing would sit, just normally in flush. Mine, however, they did not think of that back in 05, 06 when they were designing this car. Maybe even 04, way back then.
Yeah.
The idea of that. But Porsche history has always been mid-engined, and this is the pinnacle of that. I don't have any exhaust like Mitch does. He's got that fab speed axle back. I just have the as stock as you can get, X pipe. It's gross. We'll get a startup in here pretty soon.
Well, the best thing is you have a really good baseline, especially having a Cayman S, that any kind of exhaust on this is going to sound absolutely incredible. I guarantee you that.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to get my exhaust. Hopefully I'll get a video out pretty soon with that one. And then I'll take you for a ride in that. How about that? How's that sound?
That'd be awesome.
Sweet. So let's go and do the 981 side. You can see on this side, it's kind of, wow, just right there. Something like here, right there. Gosh, if I had the chance to get this after the 987, I definitely would. Because the PDK on this, absolutely brilliant. It's just, it's awesome.
And then launch control is insane. Absolutely insane.
Oh my God, launch control is and this, I think this was the third time you took me in this for launch control, I believe you said. And wow, this thing it just sucks you into the back. Oh my God, I can't. I wish I had launch control. Let's actually go in the interior real quick. So this is the interior of a 987.1 Cayman S. And it's about as plain as you can get. We don't have that much stuff going on with it. This is like the pre-PDK. It's the Tiptronic. It's in so many Volkswagen cars. It was in the Beetles and the TT. It was in a whole lot of other models. But this one, it's all right. It's not PDK. It could never match that. PDK was a brilliant invention in terms of Porsche and everything. This, it's fine. I think, how many gears do you have, Mitch?
7.
You have 7? I have 5. And here you can see right in the right gauge cluster right there, up on the right, that's only 5. Yeah, it's kind of a gas guzzler in terms of driving. However, I love it. It has torque whenever you want it, and it's probably the same in yours. Just whatever gear you're in, you get torque no matter what. You could be at 2,000, you can be at 1,500 RPM, and you'll still feel that just a little bit of a push, that waft. My previous car was a 2014 Subaru BRZ, and those things are underpowered. It was just, I couldn't keep up with anybody, and once I got this thing, I'm finally keeping up. I'm holding the line, but once I get some mods in there, for sure I'm going to keep up with everybody. Oh my god. But we can talk about more of the mods about that. Just getting some shots of the interior here. I bet you the seats are the same as yours, just a little bit of the down here. It's a little bit different, but I know that the design, Porsche has not really changed much. It's kind of dirty. Sorry, guys. Here I just got little rinky-dink buttons, and half of them don't work. So this thing needs a lot of love, and we're definitely going to do that for it. We got a really good deal on it, but I'll save that for my explanation video. So let's go on to the exterior, actually towards the back, the engine bay. The lack thereof, I should say, because where's the engine? It's not even, it's covered up. It's super spacious in both 981 and 987. It's so, you could put anything. You could put two big old luggage parts and then stick one on the top. So when I saw your video on the oil change, I thought these were where your coilover, the top hats go. I thought that's where they went, but turns out these are the
Yep, that's where the oil goes, and then that one should be the coolant.
Coolant? Okay. Yeah. So it's different on the 987 over here. We don't have that. It's just the top hats are sitting all the way over on the side over here, and we don't have any of the big caps like that. We just have this big panel. You press down, pull out, and
that's cool.
Oil and yeah, oil and coolant right there, and it's pretty sick. I think I might need your help actually doing an oil change pretty soon.
Oh yeah, I can definitely help you with that.
Sweet.
It's super easy and actually pretty fun.
It's so I saw your video, and it's so much harder on your car actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I think the filter cap is like up inside, and you have to like kind of mangle.
Yeah, so the filter housing for mine is like really weird. I'd like kind of wiggle it up in there, and then just trying to get a wrench to try to get it off was awful. I could only move it like an inch at a time. So I sat there for like 30, 40, maybe 50 times, just like back, just like little notches just to be able to get it off, which absolutely sucked. But if I had an extension, I could have brought it like all the way down, then just could have like ratcheted it underneath the car like a lot better. Also, something I have noticed is watching some of the videos on people installing new exhaust in the 987s is the exhaust is significantly easier to get out, whereas mine was, I thought it was going to be easy, but turned out it was a little bit more difficult. I had to pull the entire exhaust apart just to get it out, whereas this one you can kind of just unhook it from each side and then it just drops down and out. And so look at how wide the hatches can open. His can almost go straight up, whereas mine is at this little bit of an angle. It's still a wide open space, but it's just impressive how convenient that is. Like, and you can tell that his hatch is actually a lot bigger, so when it's up, it looks significantly taller. Because I have seen videos where people are working on the top of the engine, they have all the covers off, and they're just sitting here like cross-legged, just leaning over, working on the engine bay, just sitting down in the trunk, which is super convenient.
I love mid-engine cars. It's so balanced, and yours was so planted. Whenever you took me for riding it the other night, that was great. And I want my performance to match yours, and it keep up with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, especially going with the Cayman S was a really good baseline. Because just going with like the base model, it's never good enough. But going, especially with the Cayman S, it definitely has that extra power, bigger engine. So now we're going to show off the frunks a little bit, compare the difference between the two. So right off the bat, I'm seeing DVD right there. I'm a little confused, like what exactly is...
That's where...
Or a CD. Oh yeah, I guess it just say DVD on one side. And
there should be something right here. I saw a couple videos, but there's nothing there, I guess. It's another storage compartment. Out of all the storage compartments here, we have so many in the And even in the Cayman, both Caymans, all Caymans, they all have really, really good storage. And we're talking about that here, but never mind the DVD player. That's so ancient technology now, 2019, almost 2020. So
then whenever you compare this frunk to this one, it's like the back of mine has like a lot less. It's just pretty much like the carpet that goes all the way down. And yes, I do have turbo and a plush NOS bottle in there.
Oh, I didn't even see the NOS one, man.
Yeah, so I just recently got that. So I go to car meets. I'm like, yeah, my car's turboed. I got NOS hooked up in it, and then I open up the front, and that's what's sitting in there. But like on mine, it has these little on each side. There's a fix-a-flat that just kind of like hides away in the little compartment here.
Sick.
And then on the other side, it has the original tow hook. And then the little black container is actually a tool to take the headlights out.
You know, you're lucky you have that because my car does not. Get that. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is where it should be, and you can see that nothing is there.
Oh, so the guy, I guess, just kept everything.
Either he kept it or he sold it off or he did something, but there's nothing there. And this is an amp. I'm thinking they actually parted this out because this might actually be aftermarket because I do have an aftermarket touchscreen system in there. They probably parted this out, had to take everything because this amp right there needed to get all that power for the sub that they put, all the other tweeters that they did in there. You have Bose sound system, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, you got that. You got that option. So, yeah, it's missing this. It's missing all the fix-a-flat. It's missing the headlight tool to take out.
Which, speaking of headlights, you can definitely tell that there's a big difference. Somebody's car alarm's going off. But yeah, you can definitely see the huge difference between the two. The 981, it's like a little bit longer. It's overall, the housing's bigger. But something about this one is actually the same exact headlight as the Carreras, being like the actual light itself. And then down below, you can see that light back behind. Is exactly the same. It's just the housing is different with these rings. Like obviously the Carreras don't have those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But side by side, when you look at it, it's the exact same headlight internally. But the best thing about the 987 is all of the aftermarket modifications. They actually have headlights for this one that make it look more like the Carrera, where it has like the ring, kind of like the halo design. But for mine, I can't really do too much to it, and that's another reason why I kind of went with the race look. Obviously, the car is a race livery. So I went with yellow headlights and the yellow fog lights. Now when it comes to wrapping a vehicle, the mirrors on mine are a little difficult because it's actually coming out of the door, whereas his is mounted up here on the top. But then when you compare the two intakes, you can kind of see like the size compared, which mine, like the little top portion is actually the engine intake that goes into the filters, and then the bottom half is for the cooling. And I don't know if you can see in there, there's actually a fan. Whereas on the 9.8, and it's the same exact on both sides, so the top on both sides of mine is intake, and then the bottom's the cooling. But for the 987, the left side is actually the engine intake, and the right side's actually for the cooling.
Passenger side is the fan. Let me see if I can get a light up in there. Probably not up in there. There it is.
Oh yeah,
there we go. There's that fan. That fan is the exhaust, or like the heat exhaust for the 987. It's all right. I wish I had the double intake and the fans on both sides, so it's for better cooling, same intake, but they switched it up. On the aftermarket parts, actually, we have GT4, the scoops, and I don't know if I should put that on here, because if it does that, it's going to block that air. It's going to push more air going in. It's probably going to, I don't know, do something with the heat. I'm still kind of skeptical on putting the scoops right here, because that air is supposed to just come and get sucked out and pushed that way. I don't know. We're definitely going to paint those fins on both sides black to match the black accents on the car. It looks fine now, but when you get it black, it looks seriously like, it looks mean. It looks really good.
Oh yeah. But it's kind of cool that there's so many different options for the little bit older model, which I'm a little jealous of, and that's one of the cool things. Like, you can do so much to the 987s to make it 100% yours. Like, you'll never see another one like it. Whereas mine, you're kind of limited on what you can do, but obviously doing the crazy wrap made it
sick wrap, dog.
That definitely makes it super unique. So it's kind of like the biggest thing you could do.
shout out Augie from Vanta Auto Salon.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
doing some great work out there, and hopefully we'll see some work on my car when maybe, you know, rewrap this one hopefully soon. But first it's just, you know, maintenance and preventative maintenance on the 987, and I can't wait to finally make it mine. But for right now, we just have these stickers right there, and this has been a, you know, Garza family sticker on any of our cars for years. On the Macan here, we got the same sticker. We just put these on yesterday. I love that. That's Calvin and Hobbes, if you guys don't get the reference. And it's just him flying, and it's perfect. It's just a staple of our cars, and I love it. Just as soon as it's our car, we put that sticker on there, and we finally did it. It's just, it means a lot.
That's awesome. I don't really have any like kind of tradition like that, but I think
Oh.
it's really cool though that you guys like have that, and they all just kind of match with each other, and that's awesome.
Thanks, man. There's my dad right here. He's the one.
So
Hello.
he's the one that has this beautiful Macan S, which sounds incredible, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, that muffler delete just definitely woke up that exhaust that it needed. So,
Can we start real quick?
Yeah, might as well give you guys a little start real quick.
yeah, let's do that right now.
All right, so this will be a warm start, which honestly I prefer warm starts because they sound a little bit better since the exhaust is already heated up. But yeah, let's hear this. Yeah, so that sounds absolutely amazing. Like, I just love the Macans too. Like, it's just looks like such a great car, and I'm sure you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a great family car, and it's so zippy. For being like a SUV, it's seriously like, the S just stands for super, because this thing is quick. I have to keep up with this thing. I mean, this is all-wheel drive. It has big old turbo, or twin turbo, I should say, and oh my god, it's great. It's so crazy what a simple muffler delete can do, bro. And I can't wait to get a muffler delete on mine, and that's gonna be for another video.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so sick. I'm gonna wake up all the neighbors, man.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
fine.
be that guy.
That's fine. One thing I really love about the Macan is the taillights. Like, you see they obviously look really awesome, but if you look at it from an angle, you can see how there's like a lot of depth to it.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a treat with my stock 987.1 exhaust. It's gonna sound so cringe, but let's give it a listen.
Oh yeah.
You could just look up Cayman S or 987 muffler delete, and wow, it sounds incredible. Just a muffler delete, man, I swear to God.
So not gonna lie, the actual kind of roar itself, you can tell there's so much potential. Like, especially like whenever you let off, I guarantee you with the muffler delete, it's probably gonna have like a lot of burbles behind it. Like, especially with my Fab Speed, every time I let off, it just kind of has like the pops and crackles. I really feel like this is gonna do that, just the way it sounds now.
I absolutely cannot wait. I think that's going to be coming here in the next week or 2 weeks from now, and it's going to be real recent. I'll probably have a video up on my channel for that, and then you'll have a joyride video if you want.
Oh sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna turn that down.
Oh god, yeah. We'll get everything situated, and hopefully get some spacers at the same time, because you can see definitely when you get close. Oh my god! So you could definitely see how like not really flush this sits. I can't wait to get spacers and definitely lowering springs to make it just that much more aggressive. It's gonna be great. So what sucks about my car, and I don't know if it's in Europe because they probably don't have these standards, but these bumper things right here, the bash bar, bash bumper, bash, whatever these are called, if you remove these, they're gross. There's no housing. You'd probably have to get it fabricated with like in CAD or whatever, get it 3D printed, get it over there, painted, everything, color matched. But it's, I don't know. I really don't like that. I don't know what you guys think. Definitely on the 987s, they're really prominent, but on the 981 over there.
Yeah, 981, it doesn't have them, but it has this little base piece that the license plate goes onto that kind of has, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. It's to replace that, but they definitely made an improvement on the rear bumper for the 981s. Now, so I don't know if you've ever seen a Bugatti Chiron or even like some of the Lamborghinis, even the Mercedes AMG GTs. They all have these big bumpers, but especially the Chiron, that's the absolute worst because they stick out so far. But the smart thing that Bugatti did was, I think it's like 2 screws that once you take them out, it's just take the entire thing right off and it doesn't even look any different. Like, it looks completely stock.
Yeah, that's what those owners do over there. And I thought I could do that with this, but I don't know if the regulations changed between 2006 and 2018, but I swear it just detracts from it, and I can't wait to at least maybe do something with it or leave them on, whatever. You know, this just doesn't even look right. And now that you notice it, you're never gonna like unsee it when you look at a 987.
Yep. So my idea is a giant wing on the back of this, and then a crazy diffuser, and it'll definitely like hide that.
Yeah, in the future, man, definitely for sure, for sure.
You know what the engine looks like, and a 987, like, that actually looks really good. He says it's a little dirty. I think it looks really good. But they actually make a clear engine cover that goes across the top of this, and you can look in the back window, and you can actually see the engine. So if you put like little LEDs or something around it, it would look so good. All right, so that's comparison. You guys can pick whether you like the 981 better or the 987, but I'm glad I got what I got. He's got a great project car in the future, so it's going to be awesome. But definitely go check out his Instagram. It'll be right here. And you're building a YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I'm going to start that up pretty soon. Here's another screenshot of that real quick. There's also a link in the description. And, you know, hopefully you'll see the progress for this. And we'll go out, we'll have more collabs, we'll make more videos, and we'll have tons more content.
Oh yeah, for sure. So definitely, if you like this video, go down, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see all the new content that's coming out. And definitely check out all his stuff so you can see everything that he's doing with his Cayman. And he's probably going to have like a bunch of other videos too. So definitely go check all of it out. Links will be down in the description below. But as always, thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.